Well, we've got Dragons and Broncos to kick things off, two undefeated sides. The Broncos have just been so dominant, haven't they?
They've been unbelievable. 3 premierships straight. I mean, we know how hard it is to win one competition, but to win 3 straight's a hell of a feat, to be honest. And I've got to say, I did their game last week, and their spine is so impressive. They've got a good forward pack led by Millie Boyle, who's outstanding, but their spine is just through the roof. I mean, they've got Upton, Aiken, Brigginshaw is fantastic, controls the team. But the hooker, Lauren Brown, apparently has a sevens background. She was the best player on the field last week, and I'm sure she's going to be very, very good today as well.
Well, no doubt the Dragons are confident they can get the job done, and Ruan Sims is with their coach, Jamie Soward.
Thanks, Em. Jamie, what do you guys need to do to get the win over the reigning premiers today?
Just complete sets, be physical. We know we've got a lot of quality players, but we just need to be physical and complete some sets.
Well, also I've heard you wear good luck shoes. Are these them?
Yeah, wife and kids have got them on today, so yeah, just comfy shoes.
Mate, rip in.
Thank you, cheers.
Up to you, Salty.
Thank you very much, Ruan. Players are ready for what is going to be a terrific game to open up what is a great afternoon of entertainment here at CommBank Stadium in Parramatta. For Sunday Footy on 9, 2 undefeated teams to do battle in the first game of your triple header. Settle in and enjoy these 2 form clubs going head-to-head for the winner this afternoon. They'll basically have 1 foot into the semi-finals of the NRLW. That bouncing ball almost causing the Dragons a bit of drama. First up, what about the battle of the 2 number 1s this afternoon? Tamika Upton for Brisbane and Emma Tonagato for the Dragons. 2 of the most electrifying ball runners in NRLW. And the clash between Elsie Albert, who takes a hit up for the Dragons, and Millie Boyle this afternoon in the middle. I know it's something that's got my co-commentator, Ruan Sims, very excited.
Always, Salty, always. I love seeing the work that the engine room gets into. And Rachel Pearson here going for the early kick on 4. I like this tactic.
Yeah, they've done it so well in the opening couple of weeks, the Dragons. Of course, coming off that 10-0 win last weekend in the wet, where they defeated the Eels in Wollongong. The Broncos were impressive in their win against the Knights, backing up that first-up victory over the Roosters. The Dragons looking very good, rock solid, in fact, under coach Jamie Soward. Here's Amber Hall with the run for Brisbane. Stars on both sides of the field. Look out for Lauren Brown in jersey number 9. There she is going for a run. Oh, she won't be running at Elsie Albert anytime soon. What a hit!
That was a massive hit there by Elsie Albert. And the best thing about this, Lauren Brown did the right thing. She saw that the big front rower was on that short edge, ran at her, but Elsie Albert was up to the task. And the Broncos, what a relieving penalty right on the 5th as well.
Oh, that shook the foundations here at the stadium.
I felt it up here, Salty.
Unbelievable.
I tell you who else would have loved that. That man to your left.
Yes, Paul Gallen. He's come up from downstairs. Gal, good afternoon.
Plenty run around. Good afternoon, guys. Yeah, what a tackle. I just saw it on the replay. That's a fair hit, isn't it? After I just give Lauren Brown a huge rap downstairs and said she could be the difference today. They got stuck into her early. It's what you want from a forward, isn't it, Roo?
Absolutely.
Well, what a chance this is for the Broncos now. 28 metres away. Ali Brigginshaw linking up here with Taryn Aiken. Now Tamika Upton. 3 of the excitement machines handling there for Brisbane. Lauren Brown goes to dummy half. The Dragons will have to watch out. She loves going for a run. Brigginshaw, nice pass. Lenadusi, well read though by the Dragons defence. Keely Davis, one of those in there. Got him down low. Brown to dummy half. Millie Boyle, wrap around, Aiken. Here's Talisha Harden. A couple of metres away from the line. Dragons defence holding firm. The offload came, but the call of held from Belinda Sharp was there as well. So Harden will play it. Brown, little kick out of dummy half, trying to go on her own. Picking it up, rolling over, Talisha Harden. Right place, right time for the Broncos' second rower, and first blood for Brisbane.
Well, unsurprisingly, the Broncos were able to work themselves into good field position off the back of that penalty on the last, which can really hurt a team's chances, but we're going to see it on the Harvey Norman replay. Talisha Harden was the one that made the first or the very last hit up, and the kick came through from Brown there. It just ricocheted, and she had the presence of mind to pick it up and find the trial, and she almost contortion-like. She twists right around. The point of that ball is definitely over the try line. So first blood to the Broncos after a very physical start.
Lauren Brown, once again, we spoke about the impact she can have on the game. A little kick out of half, not a lot doing. I've got to say the Dragons players sort of got in each other's way. But I'll tell you what, are they going to go? Do they have a video referee here? Because she was in front of the kicker. She was in front of the kicker, so I think they've got to check this. Surely they've got to check this.
Well, the referee, Cara Lee Nolan, has just signalled to Lauren Brown to hold her run up for the kick, so this could be getting checked, Gal.
Yeah, well, she was the one who played the ball. She was definitely in front of the kicker, I believe, anyway. So, no, there was a try. Maybe because the Dragons player struck at the ball, which maybe put everyone back on side.
And Lauren Brown herself went back in front of Talisha Harden. Here's the attempted conversion. It's a beautiful one.
Oh, she put her on side because she ran again as well.
Okay, stay on side. Wait for the time, Rachel. Rachel, just wait for the time. The time.
So first blood for Brisbane. And the Dragons now trailing by 6, and here's Chelsea Lenarduzzi.
I must apologise, it's Belinda Sharp, the referee, not Cara Lee Nolan. The blonde hair threw me.
I've got to say, Salty, I know it was awarded a try, but I'm sceptical whether it should have been given a try.
Well, I thought you had 10 metres to be put back on side, and Talisha Harden was standing in an offside position.
I agree. I think they're a little bit lucky there. And the Dragons just disciplines hurting them. That's what gifted the Broncos field position before the first try. Now they've given a penalty away again.
Amber Hall, what a destructive player she is in the NRLW. The Dragons, they're a little shell-shocked at the moment. They can't let it get to them because Brisbane can put on points very quickly. Here's Talisha Harden, fighting in the tackle, standing, playing the ball back now to Brown. Millie Boyle, what a good player she is. That footwork just before she got to the line earned her another 3 or 4 metres there, and they're on the Dragons 30. Lenarduzzi. Now it's Amber Hall getting a nice little short ball there from Brigginshaw. Ellie Brigginshaw again getting heavily involved. What a pass it was there to Millie Boyle, but well read by the Dragons defence. Shaylee Bent did very well there. Last play here for Brisbane. Here's Aiken. Another grubber kick, and this time Rachel Pearson is there to clean up for the Dragons. And they'll get some much needed possession now.
They certainly will, and the Broncos are going to want to try and pin them down in their own 20 to 30 metre zone, try and force them to kick out of trouble. And I ran into Kelvin Wright, the Broncos coach, on the way up to the box, and he said to me a very scary sentence: the Broncos haven't hit their straps yet.
Ellie, get up!
That is scary. They've been absolutely devastating. There's a welcome inclusion for the Dragons this afternoon, Jamie Chapman. Up against Shanae Sissoko on the far side of the field. Some electrifying outside backs involved in this game. It's a kick downfield away from Tamika Upton this time. And it's Emily Bass. Ran away from some of those forwards there, Ruth.
She was running towards the middle and saw Elsie Albert leading the chase and went, oh, nope, I might just go down this right edge, thank you.
It's Shanae Sissoko.
Hold. Go to.
Brisbane, another player to point out with Brisbane and getting opportunity to start this afternoon is Hayley Maddock in jersey number 14. Touch football background. She might get the ball here from Brown as Brown goes for a run. Maddock goes to dummy half now. Goes to Ali Brigginshaw. Here's Chelsea Lenarduzzi. One of the Dragons defenders sent flying.
Get up now. Wait.
Brown to dummy half. Aiken puts up a kick. Emma Tonegado read it well. Good chase from Brisbane. They've done their homework on trying to shut down Emma Tonegado, one of the real excitement machines in the game. We haven't been watching the NRLW over the last couple of weeks. Was originally with Rugby League, then went and played Rugby Sevens, won a gold medal, the 2016 Rio Games with Australia. Now back playing Rugby League. The Dragons fullback. Aren't we blessed with some good fullbacks in the competition?
Every team has an excellent forward. This is inside the 40 there, and Tamika Upton. What a beautiful take.
So we're highlighting the fullbacks. Who beats the first player as well, Tamika Upton.
Well, this is a tactic that the Dragons have been employing a lot. Rachel Pearson kicking on the fourth, catching the fullback or the wingers out of position. But the Broncos obviously have done their homework. They're up to the task.
We're up to the halfway already. Maddock goes to Sisolka. That's a good shot on Sisolka. Was Talia Fuimaono. Ali Brigginshaw inside there to Amber Hall. It's the play still continuing for Brisbane. Boy, they're getting some offloads away early. It's Alicia Harden playing it. Brown. Here's Aiken. Back on the inside. Couldn't handle it. That was beautiful in the lead-up.
Wasn't that great play? That was beautiful play. A nice little offload back inside off a left hand, but just couldn't quite get hold of it. Upton. That was a great play. Great left foot step. Back inside, which is bang inside. Beautiful offload here. Just a little bit behind her. That was a good play, though.
It absolutely was. And the Broncos are blessed with an incredibly talented spine. You can see this afternoon, all of them are on song. They're all up. They're all ready for this game. And the Dragons are just starting to get drained a little bit because they've had to do so much defence. They've had minimal ball in hand. And the Broncos, with those extra offloads, second phase play, it's really sapping them.
Yeah, you're right there, River. The Broncos can't lose, the Dragons can't lose confidence. One try was off a kick. It's only 6 points to nil, so they can't lose confidence. Got to stick in the game and get through the first half. Good run there, getting out of trouble. That's a great run.
Certainly is from Emma Tonegado, and earns a penalty as well. And with plenty of urgency there. Some much needed field position coming here for the Dragons.
Where's the Dragons' points come from today? I mean, we know the Broncos, their spine's outstanding. Where the Dragons look to get points?
Well, Rachel Pearson, she's going to be the one. She's their controller. She'll move them around. And then if you see Emma Tonegado, obviously she's doing well getting them out of trouble. But when she can get ball in that good ball field position, not just transitioning, she'll be able to cut them open with her footwork.
On the front foot now, the Dragons. Dimmick playing it. Oh, just when it looked like they were going to build some momentum. The mistake came early in the tackle count. They're unable to build pressure.
You're right, so that's a let-off there for the Broncos. They haven't been tested at all this game so far in the first 11 and a half minutes. Big opportunity there for Dragons. They let it slip.
Millie Boyle. No, we always sing her praises, but she's been outstanding, Millie Boyle. There's a penalty coming here for Brisbane. Millie Boyle has averaged 208 running metres in the opening 2 rounds. What a touch finder that is too. .208 metres on average over the first 2 weeks for Millie Boyle. Knows how to find the try line as well. The Premier, not only forwards of the game, but players full stop. And here she is again, adding to that tally. Good tackle there by Keely Davis, though. But Brisbane now on the front foot after that penalty. Aiken goes short to Amber Hall. Had Maddock wrapping around, asking for it. There's some strike on that right edge for Brisbane. Will they go that way? No, they go to the left. Here's Ali Brigginshaw, plenty of room. Gets a pass away to Sautia. And Sautia is going to get up and play it just a couple of metres away from the line. Here's Brigginshaw, plenty of room. Aiken, half a gap, but it's shut very quickly. They're still knocking on the door here, Brisbane. Millie Boyle for the line is going to be tackled a couple of metres away. Last play coming up for the Broncos. What will Ellie Brigginshaw do here? Gets the ball at first receiver. Plenty of time again. Gets a pass to Amber Hall for the line. Is going to be stopped. And a changeover. Well, Gal, they'll get some defence there. Get some confidence there, the Dragons, after that defence.
Well, they should. That was great defence. I've got to say, Brigginshaw touched the ball about 4 or 5 times in that set of 6. That's fantastic play from a halfback. Leading a team around the park, asking questions both sides of the ruck. But you've got to give the Dragons some credit. Their defence was great.
Ellie Brigginshaw has been an ever-present in the Brisbane Broncos through their NRLW history. 14 games from a possible 14 for her.
Has she lost one? She's undefeated.
They lost one game.
They've lost one game in 3 years, I think.
Yeah,
She probably didn't play.
She did. Must have had a quiet one. Here goes the Dragons, though. Nice pass. Can they handle it? No, Tegan Berry put it down in traffic. It was a tough one for her, the teenager. Oh, strip. There we go. Keely Davis has got it now for the Dragons. What an opportunity for them. Fumeono. They're 40 metres away on tackle 1. The teenage superstar, Jamie Chapman, going to dummy half. This is a big opportunity now for the Dragons. Dodd, Davis, Albert, straight and hard from Elsie Albert. Clashing with Millie Boyle, the ball's come free, it'll be a penalty.
Now they've got to build pressure now here, the Dragons. They've had plenty of defence to do. They've been down here once, they made an error on tackle 2 or 3. A big opportunity here to go through a set of 6. If they don't score, roll the ball in goal, get a repeat set of 6 and build more pressure. Start to take some gas out of these Broncos forwards.
The Gold Coast Titans are here. You'll see them take on the Eels after this game in NRLW and then later this afternoon in the NRL as well. Big afternoon here at CommBank Stadium, but it's the Dragons now through Davis. Inside pass to Tegan Dimmick. 10 metres away from the line. Quincy Dodd. Options both sides for her. They go to the right. Now it's Pearson putting in a kick.
No, that wasn't the play. Tackle 3. You saw there's a little stuff up in the setup play when the ball went out the back door, but just way too early. They should have built more pressure and then try to kick at the end of the set. So a couple of sets down here for the Dragons side, and Jamie Saab will not be happy with either of them.
Is that what can happen, Gal? You're defending all the time and you think, hang on, we've got to score here. We need to make something happen.
Yeah, it can, but as I said earlier, you just can't panic. It's only 6 points to 0, and that one try has come off a kick. Their defence has been pretty good, the Dragons. They haven't had many opportunities down at the end of the field. So when you get down there, you've got to camp down. You've got to want to stay there. Get through your set of 6, roll the ball and go, look for a repeat set of 6, and build pressure.
That's a good charge from Talisha Harden. Last play here. Brigginshaw just runs in the dummy half, boots it downfield, gets it in behind Emma Tonegado. That is a very good kick for Mallie Brigginshaw. Not a bad chase from Brisbane, but I'll tell you what, all she needs is half a chance. Tonegado and gets a pass away to Chapman. Can she find open space? No. The Broncos scrambled. They've got the firepower, the Dragons, to match it with Brisbane. Do they have the belief this afternoon? Not going to be all one-way traffic. You wouldn't have thought this one. Here's Dimmick. 5 metres into Brisbane territory. Rachel Pearson got players in motion on her outside. Finds Shaylee Bent. It's tackled there by Aiken and Talisha Harden. Here's a chance. McGregor. Now, was that off for Aziza Mosby? It was.
Yeah,
so they get a fresh set of 6.
Yeah, good decision. 6 to go. It was a knock-on by Brisbane without a doubt. The hooker got out dummy half there, did really well. Probably should have passed just a metre earlier, and the centre may have been able to tip on. But they got away with that one, the Dragons. They're going to get 6 to go. Now they've got to build some pressure. We're 17, almost 18 minutes into the half now. Time to really make this Brisbane side work.
Well, this is where, from a Dragons point of view, you really want to see someone like Quincy Dodd and Fuime Ono Pearson just really take control. That's where a lot of their points have come from in the opening couple of weeks of the season. It'll be Pearson to feed the scrum. They go to the right. Tonegado goes here to Chapman, who's wrapping around on this side of the field. Almost saw a centre linking up with a centre there.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous. They don't do that often these days.
No.
It's like a winger to a winger.
Don't tell Gus that. 10 metres away from the line. The Dragons through Pearson. Now McGregor. Davis gets a pass away. Still alive. They got numbers. Fuime through the hands, and they'll score, and they do score. The Dragons are in through Keely Brown.
That's a good try. That's some great ball movement there, some slick hands from the Dragons side. It started on the right-hand side of the field, a good play. I think it's for Emma Chapman. Chapman back on the inside, she got some good footwork. Look at the Harvey Norman replay, Chapman back on the inside. Great ball, she knew exactly what was happening there. And this play here, that's a great offload there. Some great defence from the Brisbane side. They knew what to do, come in and try and shut it off. But the Dragons were too good. A beautiful offload. Some slick hands out to the left-hand side of the field. They've gone from the right-hand side of the field all the way to the left-hand side of the field to score their first try. Got to give them credit for that. That's a great try.
Certainly was. Did well in traffic, didn't she there? Talia Fuime, the 5'8" for the Dragons to keep the play alive. So, Keely Brown made her debut last week in those horrible conditions in Wollongong.
Was it Chapman or McGregor the centre? I'm just trying to see if it's number 3 or 4 here. That's McGregor, I'm sorry. It's McGregor. Great footwork back on the inside. She knew exactly what to do there. Found some space back on the inside. The Broncos were a little bit lazy in defence, but then they all jammed in like you should. But to the Dragons' credit, they're able to come off offloads and pass right into the corner for the winger to score. Great try.
Holly Wheeler had a good touch in there as well. Keely Brown. Made mention there of some of these young players in the Dragons team. They've got 3 teenagers in their lineup this afternoon. Tegan Berry, Tegan Dimmick and Jamie Chapman. All 3 future stars in the women's game. Rachel Pearson from out wide. Strikes it very well, extremely well. What a kick.
Good kick.
So you've seen the try?
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
Thanks.
all locked up.
Stay on side.
The Dragons finally being able to convert one of the many opportunities that they've had. They have been on the back foot, but boy, they've had some chances. And with 15 minutes left in the first half, that try, Ruan, came at the perfect time for St George Illawarra.
It certainly did, and it's exactly what Gal spoke about 10 minutes ago, where the Dragons can't drop their heads. They need to ensure they keep pushing up, keep taking advantage of opportunities. That was probably the best team try that we've seen all season so far, I reckon, in the NRLW.
Some great touches in the lead-up. Paige McGregor and Holly Wheeler doing really well. A good finish from Keely Brown. At 10 short of halfway. Here's Tegan Dimmick, who's had some very good touches since coming on. We mentioned one of the teenagers.
Father Jim's down on the sideline, actually, cheering her on.
Here's Pearson getting quick hands away. Tonegado to McGregor. Here's Berry. Look out. She's lightning. Inside to McGregor. Pass. Oh, almost reached Upton, but right place, right time for Roxy Murdoch to intercept for Brisbane.
It didn't Murdoch do well there, but that was fantastic. Oh, now a penalty here for the Brisbane side. So lets them off the hook. But that was great play there from the Dragons down this right-hand edge. Terrific play. Look at this. Half through a gap. Tip on tip. Look at that for quick hands. Beautiful pass here. Some great speed showing here. Pass back inside, and unfortunately, to Murdoch's credit, she worked hard and got the ball back for the Broncos. But great play there. There's Jimmy Dimmick on the sideline watching his daughter play. He's obviously assistant coach for the Gold Coast Titans as well. Good defence from the Dragons.
Big defence by the Dragons. And this turnaround in energy came from that strip by Keely Davis, their captain. So this is great stuff by the Red V.
Stand up now, give space.
Can't Holly Wheeler tackle. Wow.
Here's Amber Hall. What a good runner of the football she is. They reached the halfway line, Brisbane. That's a good run there from Amber Hall.
Go 3, don't lock her in. 3.
Now, Ellie Brigginshaw drifting and passing to Murdoch.
Keely, Quincy.
Jim Dimmick would be happy with Tegan Dimmick there because she went down low.
Go 4.
He was a good defender, Jim Dimmick.
Touched.
Well, that was touched off a
Touched in
Dragon,
flight.
so fortunate there,
Touch first,
Brisbane.
Dragons.
Not often we say this about the Broncos, but lack of communication there, and we're going to benefit from a Dragon's touch.
Yeah, they're better for the... I've got to say, it's been... And she just touched that too. I probably shouldn't have played at that. Probably shouldn't have played that. But it's very noticeable since Millie Boyler has gone off the field. Since she's gone off the field, the Broncos lack that little bit of energy and that little bit of, I suppose, mungle in the middle of the field, Roo.
And then on top of that, the Dragons have really picked up their energy and their line speed. You know, while Quincy did touch that ball, it was pushing up in the line, forcing that pass to try and go over the top that put them in that position. But this, for the Broncos, this is bread and butter stuff. They love attacking from here.
Here goes Lauren Brown. What about the gap in front of Lauren Brown? Gets a pass away to Shanae Sissoko.
Play on.
Gets up, not held, tried to go again, then they put her down.
Get up. 1 foot.
Can't give Lauren Brown that much space. Dragons nearly made the pay straight away. Here's Sautia, edging towards the post. They're 5 metres away here. Brown to dummy half. Brisbane looking to reclaim the lead. Aiken just has to succumb to the tackle, otherwise it would have been an obstruction. Now Upton, centre of the ground. Brigginshaw, lots. Oh, what a hit!
Great shot.
What
Great
a tackle. Fui Mayono.
That's a 5'8". What a shot.
Now Brigginshaw, long pass to Solka. Can she get there? The Dragons defence outstanding again. They came in numbers to wrap her up. Here's the last. Brigginshaw wanting a repeat set. And, oh, hang on, Aiken's got it. It was there.
6
On the spot. The Broncos 5'8" to score the try. Well, they were fortunate there, Brisbane, but they will go in front through their 5'8", Taryn Aiken.
What an incredible set of 6 in the lead-up here as we watch on the Harvey Norman replay. That hit by Talia Fuimaono on a hard-running lock. That was beautiful, and then we saw the Dragons really scramble to shut down Sissoko on that far right side. But it was the kick here from Brigginshaw, beautifully weighted. Emma Tonagato was in the right position, but that last bounce just took a left turn on her. And Aiken, well, this is why she's been in the team of the week every week so far in this competition. She pushes up, she puts herself in a position to take advantage of whatever comes her way. That was a great, clean catch in a mid-traffic.
It was great defence from the Dragons leading up to it. A beautiful kick from Brigginshaw, as you said, but sometimes, Roo, you just got to take your medicine. Sometimes you got to give the kick credit, and it's just too good a kick. Kick the ball dead, repeat set of 6, drop the ball out and defend another set of 6, and they weren't prepared to do that. Dragons, they tried to be a little bit fancy, get the ball and get out of trouble. It obviously didn't work.
They've just had the try confirmed. The bunker did have a couple of looks at it. Well, because they wanted to see the kick again. It was so good. Brown from in front converts a try.
That's what I was telling you before. That's right. Time on.
So the Broncos up 12-6. Good contest to open proceedings here this afternoon at CommBank Stadium. And Sunday footy will continue. Coming up after the NRLW games, the Eels taking on the Titans from Paradise live at 3:30 on your home of Rugby League 9's Wide World of Sports. Big afternoon ahead.
Well, big afternoon, and there is a big overlap on this left edge. If the Broncos can get the ball out there.
Aiken, and they do get the ball out.
I want to see Mosby in the clear. There was an opportunity there, but the centre just couldn't tip it on.
Brown drifting. Well, they're alert to Lauren Brown, the Dragons defenders now. On the halfway line, the Broncos leading by 6.
Last one now. Marcus.
Here's the last.
Hold.
Kick will come from around the halfway line here by Taryn Aiken. Tonegado goes across, takes it well. It's a good battle on this near side. The wingers, Gell with Aziza Mosby and Tegan Berry up against each other.
Two very different style of wingers, both very talented. Hajija Mosby, very powerful. Tegan, very, very quick.
Speaking of quick, here's Jamie Chapman. Wrapped up this time 8 metres short of halfway, and now they go into Broncos territory. St George Illawarra. Albert straight and hard again from her. Tackled there by Murdoch initially up front as they hung onto the ball. Yes.
Yeah, she had a hand free then. This Dragons player just wasn't quite supporting. She was worried about the next play.
Now Pearson back towards the centre of the ground. What a bounce for Faye. Oh, Fuamayono couldn't get to it.
Last tackle.
Got a touch, knocked it on. It'll be a changeover.
Well, that's twice now that Pearson has gone for that change of direction kick. She's facing the right touch line and then kicks off her right foot, the inside of her right foot, and it goes back towards midfield. It almost came off there. Fuamayono couldn't quite get a handle on it. But the Dragons now, defensively, if they can muscle up here, hold the Broncos down here and force them to kick out of their own half.
Maddock goes to Amber Hall. Considering, oh, a bit of feeling there.
Bit of argy-bargy.
I was just going to say, Amber Hall, Roo, she plays with such great intensity, but she does it for the entire 70 minutes.
Oh, yeah. That's why she's such a good player on that edge. She never, ever stops. Their middles, their rotation for the Broncos have been good too. Roxette Murdoch in particular.
One of the rookies, Roxette Murdoch, is Brigginshaw with a step. The Dragons defence alert to it. Here's the last play. Brown to dummy half. Goes to Aiken. And Berry takes it well and then is smashed there by Aziza Mosby.
That's a good kick, very smart kick, high, allows you chasers time to get down there. Oh, go!
Great pass from Tonegado to McGregor. And here's McGregor up towards the halfway line. Brown and Upton wrap her up. Couldn't find Tegan Berry. She goes to dummy half now, Berry. And goes on her own, look out! Going to be wrapped up and has been stripped of the ball.
Oh, I tell you what, that was one-on-one there. Upton one-on-one in the tackle. The referee saying the tackle was complete before she took the ball. So good opportunity for the Dragons, build some more pressure with about 5 minutes to go before half-time. I'd love to see them roll another try in.
It's been a quick half of football.
Hasn't it? And it's been good quality too, Saltsy. Good quality, big contact, a lot of skill on display, especially with the clear weather that we have. This is the Dragons' opportunity, to come even before half-time.
Big chance. Here's Shaylee Bent, just a couple of metres away from the line. The dummy half goes Renee Target. Big chance here for the Dragons. Janelle Williams fires it out the back. It's going to be cleaned up here by Holly Wheeler. Still alive for the Dragons. Tonegado goes to dummy half. Now Davis. Fuimaono goes inside. They've got numbers to the outside.
They had big numbers out to the left-hand side of the field. They should have put that through the hands.
Dragons ball. Wait.
Here's a penalty. Tangaga against Amber Hall. They've come together again out there. There's plenty of feeling. Let her take the tap and run at her again. Oh, there's some feeling in this one. Here's Elsie Albert. What a lift the Dragons will get if they can score here before the break. Davis, Pearson. Now bent 5 metres away from the line. Still 4 tackles left here. Target to Pearson, Tonegado, McGregor. Wrapped up by Mosby and does well to get herself to ground. Berry. Pearson with a step. Might want that back again. Well read though by Amy Turner defensively. Now Williams. Broncos defence holding firm here.
Got to go left. There's only 4 players outside the post.
They go that way through Davis, Fuimaono. Beautiful hands, Tonegado. Brown cleans up. She has to get rid of it. It's the last. She can't. It's a changeover.
Good defence there by the Broncos. They were caught short twice on the left-hand side of the field with the Dragons were attacking, but they came up and in and shut the play down.
Really great defence by the Broncos. As you said, pushing up, taking that line speed to the Dragons' attack, really shutting down Pearson. I think for the Dragons, if they take a few steps back, give themselves a bit more space.
And the Broncos pass the ball to Amber Hall here because right in front of her again is Chantel Tangaga. Some good personal battles throughout the first half. Here's Brigginshaw.
You think she dropped that? Yeah, I thought she dropped that too, yeah.
There is a mistake there. And Belinda Sharp, importantly, has seen it as well.
Dragons got to play here. There's a minute and a half to go before half time. Captain's challenge. Couple of minutes to go before half time.
Got a captain's challenge from the Broncos on the decision of knock-on.
So it's the captain herself challenging.
I thought she dropped it, Roo.
Yeah, I did too. I thought there was shoulder contact, and then when she hit the deck, it bobbled out.
Yeah, I definitely saw a little bobble. I thought I saw a bobble. Anyway, let's check it out. Oh, no, maybe she did hold it.
Not. I thought the shoulder of Elsie Albert there might have dislodged it.
No, I agree. Well, me and you...
Haley Brigginshaw maintains possession until
the
tackle is complete. Challenge is successful.
She doesn't make many mistakes, Brigginshaw, does she?
No,
doesn't make many at all.
That's the beauty of the captain's challenge, isn't it? You can make that decision as the captain or as the team. You can challenge the referee, and it comes up trumps in this case.
Tell you what, as the captain, they want to get it right.
Oh, absolutely.
I reckon every mistake ever made, it was a ball stripped.
Yeah.
I would have done it every time. I would have done the first minute of the game.
How many challenges are you going to give me?
Shane Fleming would have ripped me off the field. I would have lasted a minute.
You're alluding to the fact that...
I don't think I made an error,
I was about to say.
Stripped.
I was about to say.
And if I dropped it when they passed to me, it must have been a forward pass.
Well, here's the Dragons now. 1 minute left in the first half. And they conjure up something from inside their own half. Emma Tonegado. Looking more and more dangerous as the half has gone on. And they're just short of the halfway line, halfway through the set. 40 seconds left before the break. They'll get a penalty here.
Go, just play. Oh, yes, play. Oh, see, that should be play on. There's no reason that shouldn't be play on.
So she wasn't within the 10, so she's within her rights to tap and go if she's on the correct mark.
20 seconds to go. Need to lay a line and have a play here. Put a play on the Dragons.
Lisa, let go. On the mark,
Albert.
Take it back. Tackle 1. Go 1.
Now Davis lining up here. Shaylee Bent tries to get through the line. Good defence from Brisbane.
Great defence because they've held her up.
Well, this will be the last play of the half. Tonegado, Pearson. Kicks here for Berry.
Go.
If she gets it, she'll be open spaces. Mosby tackles her. She throws it out the back. Mika Upton cleans up Paige McGregor. What an end to the half.
Good defence there from the Broncos, but I've got to say the Dragons, they shouldn't go into half-time disappointed at all. 2 tries from the Broncos have both come off kicks.
Half-time. And it's the Broncos leading the Dragons by 12 points to 6. Sunday footy on 9. 3 games for you, 2 in the NRLW, and then we've got the NRL clash coming up later this afternoon between the Eels and the Titans. But right now, second half action about to get underway in the first of our NRLW games. It's the Dragons trailing by just the 6 points as they run out for their second half against the Broncos. Brisbane in front, 12 points to 6. A really entertaining first half of football that we have enjoyed. Played at a really fast pace with some monstrous hits. Ali Brigginshaw leading the way once again for Brisbane. She's been outstanding. And how good does CommBank Stadium look on this Sunday afternoon? Jewel in the crown here in Parramatta. What a stadium it is. Generates a terrific atmosphere. And that atmosphere is certainly building here during a big afternoon of rugby league. And we're underway for the second half. Almost some miscommunication there in the Broncos, but Sisolka takes the kick-off well. There'll be a fair bit of confidence from the Dragons going into this second half.
There should be salty. I think there really should be some confidence in this Dragons side. I mean, the Broncos have lost 1 game in 3 years, and they're right there with them. They've had 2 tries scored off kicks. So they should be confident in the Dragons. I hope they can get home in this one.
Brigginshaw to Aiken, the 2 halves combining. Here's Talisha Harden. Scored the opening try of the game. Both of Brisbane's tries coming from kicks. Roxette Murdoch. The only bench player used by Brisbane coach Kelvin Wright in the first half. So we've got 3 fresh players on the bench. Here's Maddock. Whoa, what a tackle! Keely Brown. Lined her up, went bang. Brigginshaw puts it high. A test there for Berry. She takes it well.
Take it back.
Have a look at this.
Tackle 1. Wait.
Oh,
Go.
gee, that was ball and all. That was everything in that one, wasn't it?
Up together now.
I really like the way that Ali Brigginshaw for the Broncos has taken an active role early in this game. Normally we see her come to the fore towards the back end of each half, but from the get-go she has been demanding that ball in her hand, moving her troops around the field as Renee Target has a great dart up the middle.
She has, Ruth. She's run the ball, she's demanded the ball multiple times each set of 6. She's been the best player on the field by far.
Davis to Elsie Elbert. Last play here for the Dragons. Keely Davis at first receiver. Fuimaono puts it high for Brown and Chapman. Watch the bounce here for Jamie Chapman. No, Keely Brown gets it and she'll be wrapped up. That was a great kick again from the Dragons, this time from Fuimaono.
Well, a great kick and also made even better by the chase from Brown and Chapman, really putting a lot of pressure on the Broncos outside backs. Now, this is the opportunity for the Broncos middles to aim up and just keep the Broncos down, put heaps of pressure on them.
What about that shot by Brown again? That was Brown once again. She smashed her.
Oh.
I don't think it was high. I think it was a good shot, but we'll see a replay in a moment, but she's absolutely launched into her. There's Upton too. Upton, who one of the better Broncos players.
Well, here we go. We're going to see this on.
Oh, it's a head clash. Accidental head clash. Wow, that's a big head clash.
Cheekbone versus top of head.
Oh, Keely Brown. Wow.
And
How did she fly into him? She's not that big either.
No, she's very physical, but I really hope that Tamika is okay because she has been an absolute outstanding star so far this year and will continue to be so for the rest of the year.
Well, plenty of attention here for Tamika Upton. It's the Broncos leading 12-6. Well, Tamika Upton is going off for HIA.
Has Keely Brown stayed on the field?
She has.
Yes, she has. She's taken her place in the centres.
But I think she should have to come off too. You watch her stand up here, she does fall back to her haunches. I think a head clash like that's a big head clash. I think they should both come off the field.
Okay, so it's a change has just been made, Gal, as you made that point, that Keely Brown will be coming from the field for HIA as well. We do have the independent doctor here too, same as the NRL, so they can review footage and make independent decisions.
Yeah, she doesn't want to come off, and look, no one wants to come off, but I think in that case, HIA is understandable.
Yeah, I agree, and so for the Broncos, they've got Hayley Maddock that can come on, has a lot of leg speed, so she could potentially come in either into that number 9 role, push Lauren Brown to fullback, or she could potentially come into that fullback role herself. And Holly Wheeler has come on for the Broncos, for the Dragons, sorry.
Well, that'll mean a reshuffle now for the Dragons, and it looks like Jamie Chapman has gone to the wing with Keely Davis here into the centres. She's a versatile player. Here's Keely Davis. Plenty of feeling in this one. Hope you're enjoying it. We certainly are. Here's Murdoch getting some attention from the Dragons defenders. Hayley Maddock has gone to fullback for Brisbane. They go to Harden here. Hayley Maddock is lightning. She's gone out to the left. Aiken from inside the 40. Didn't get an angle on the kick. Emma Tonagato gets it on the first bounce. And can't get away from them. Aziza Mosby with the initial contact. Brown and Turner there as well. Amy Turner and Emma Tonagato, former teammates in Sevens rugby. What a chance this is now for the Dragons. Inside Brisbane's territory. Davis. Now Albert, that is a good charge. Nearly to Brisbane's 30. Renee Target, the dummy half, has been dangerous since coming on. Holly Wheeler, now Davis. Fuimaono, here goes Fuimaono, 10 away. Now Chapman, last play, can they get a repeat set? Davis with a kick.
Good kick.
Mosby takes it in the field of play and then is smashed in her own in goal area, and the Dragons do get a repeat set.
Yeah, she knew what she wanted to do there. She wanted to have a footback just a touch earlier. She just did not quite time it correctly. You see there, she knows where the line is, but caught the ball just before she placed her foot over the try line. So just a split second earlier, she would have been right there.
And it was a beautiful kick there by Keely Davis as well. She had Broncos players on a hammer, and she came up with that beautifully weighted kick, sitting it right over the top of that centre position. And it's a short restart here for the Broncos. Give Elsie Albert 20 metres head start.
Winding up Elsie Albert, that's a good run. 12 metres away. Fuimaono's in fact now gone to the centres for the Dragons. After Keely Brown forced from the field, here's Wheeler. Almost slipped through there, Holly Wheeler. 4 metres away from the line. Target, Pearson, here they go for the line. Shaylee Bent gets over, but is going to be held up. Good defence, Brisbane. Amy Turner getting in under the ball.
This is great defence by the Broncos. Shaylee Bent was pushing hard for the line here. She was twisting and turning, and it was just beautiful work. I think it was Maddock that was actually underneath the ball, got her body between Shaylee Bent and the ground. We're going to watch it here on replay.
Well, Belinda Sharp's gone to the bunker here. There's Amy Turner.
Turner and Maddock, great work.
So the players are ready.
The Dragons player is held up in the end goal. We have a decision.
We established that, so players are just about ready to go. Waiting for the whistle as it officially is no try. What it does do though, The Dragons, I was about to say, gives them a chance to lay a platform halfway through the set, but they've knocked it on.
And they've done that plenty of times throughout the game, haven't they, Ro? I mean,
On the 20.
I've got to say, this game's been a high-quality game, not a lot of errors at all.
Yep.
But when they've had opportunity in the good zone of the field, the Dragons, they've come up with errors on a few occasions now, rather than building pressure against this Broncos side. You've got to take the gas out of this Brisbane side. They've been beaten once in 3 years for a reason. They're fit, they're strong, they're fast, just not building enough pressure, the Dragons.
Well, coming up after this game, we've got the Eels and the Titans, and Emma Lawrence has with her one of the Eels stars, Bo Vetti Welsh.
Bo, how special is it to be able to play your first game here at Combank Stadium today?
Yeah, it's really exciting actually. When we were walking into the sheds, we had all the Parramatta fans 2 hours early here to cheer us on, so it's going to be something exciting.
We're all very much looking forward to the battle of the fullbacks. How pumped are you to come up against Ivania?
Yeah, I'm so stoked. She's a massive idol of mine. I've always watched her in the Sevens game, so to be able to be compared to an athlete like her, I'm cheering.
All the best. Thanks for your time, Bo.
Oh, that was way easier.
So that's coming up a little bit later on, straight after this game, in fact. Eels against the Titans. Penalty here to Brisbane, and this is what you can't afford to do against the Broncos. It was late in the tackle count as well.
Well, especially you're compounding the earlier error with a penalty and giving a team that doesn't need a piggyback down the field just easy metres. Like I said in the first half, around this 40, 45 metre mark, this is where the Broncos love to attack from.
Chelsea Lenarduzzi back on the field, and she's forced back. They'll take her to Parramatta Station. Send her back to the airport.
That was almost like a ruck. A rolling ruck.
What about that from the Dragons' defence? Here's Brigginshaw back into Dragons' territory. Now Aiken goes short to Talisha Harden. Pearson, one of the defenders there for the Dragons, along with Paige McGregor. Now Lauren Brown. They go down the short side. Hayley Maddock. Fleet of foot is the number 14 for Brisbane, playing fullback now. Flung to the ground.
Holly Wheeler has come up with some big defence at crucial times for the Dragons.
Brigginshaw, players in motion. They put it down. Tony Hunt dropping the ball. The Dragons still hanging on. And now they'll do more than that because they'll get a march downfield.
Well, you heard the touch judge call that one, called 17 out of play as being offside, and Talia Fuimeono obviously heard it, ran straight at her, drew the penalty, and this gives a really nice little piggyback to the Dragons to get them out of trouble. Bit of a miss kick there by Rachel Pearson, just a little shake of the head.
Now coming up after NRLW, the Eels take on the Titans from Paradise, live 3:30 on your home of Rugby League 9's Wide World of Sports. Albert into Brisbane territory. This is a terrific game of footy. The Dragons still well and truly in it, trailing by just the one converted try. Now they're 35 metres away from the Broncos line. Quincy Dodd, the dummy half. Goes here to Keely Davis. Drifting across field. Fuimeono almost slips through. Can she stay on the field to play? No, she can't. It goes into touch.
In a touch off Dragons.
And Brisbane with the play the ball.
Well, that little change on the left edge there for the Dragons has really come up with a few good options. Keely Davis moving into that 5'8" position as Belinda Sharp is going to have a chat
18.
to Ali Brigginshaw and number 18, Jada Ferguson. So let's listen into this.
You're just on report for a hair pull. Yep, it's your ball. You're just on report.
All right, so she's on report for a hair pull. Continues
20?
to be
Okay, on the line.
Broncos possession. But that little change on the left edge, a forced change with the head injury to Keely Brown, has come up with a few line breaks and bent the line of the Broncos a lot,
ready,
which is
Ali.
good signs.
Come on. Go.
So for Unreal Season is heading for Unreal Glory. The NRLW Grand Final is heading to Redcliffe to be decided at Moreton Daly Stadium on Sunday, the 10th of April. Be there to witness the very best that Women's Rugby League has to offer as our athletes ballot it out for the ability to lift the Premiership trophy. Secure your seats at nrl.com/tickets.
Again, Shaylee. Hold here. Wait.
Whatever happens over the next few weeks, we're going to be in for a great decider in NRLW semi-finals the week before. He's Brigginshaw charged down. Keely Davis couldn't get there. It winded her. There's 6 more tackles.
Yeah, she had known where that went. She could have dived on the ball, but you're right, it winded her, knocked the wind straight out of her.
We saw Olivia Kernick come up with one yesterday and came up with a 4-pointer for the Roosters. I thought the same thing was about to happen.
Okay, stand up, Keely. Hold, Liddy,
On the halfway line, the Broncos. Hunt. And Ferguson combining, so 2 of the rookies for Brisbane. 17 and 18, 2 fresh players.
A really noticeable point for me with the Dragons' defence is they've been able to stop a lot of Lenarduzzi's offloads. That's where she's most dangerous, and they've been driving her back in contact. This chase from the Broncos, though, what a great kick chase.
And one of those is, we were just talking about, Tony Hunt
Hold. Go on.
and Jada Ferguson. There's a 3rd tackle kick there, turning Emma Tonegado around.
Talisha, now. All the way back. Go to.
McGregor.
Oh, great
Beautiful ball away. And now up over the halfway line. What a run. Gets around Maddock. And away she goes. Shaylee Bent runs around. Oh, I thought might have ran around a bit further to improve the position. But what a great try from the Dragons. Game on.
Oh, give her a break, Salty. That is a second rower outrunning a touch football speedster at fullback here. We're going to see this up close and personal here on the Harvey Norman replay. This was beautiful. We heard Gal get excited. It was a great ball by Paige McGregor, who has been heavily involved this afternoon. And look at her go, just fends her off, keeps those legs pumping. I thought she did well to improve her position as she did. You were expecting more from her. Great stuff, Shaylee Bent.
Well, she could have got another couple of metres. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I'll tell you what, I've got to give Paige McGregor a huge rap. I didn't get it right for the first try. She helped set up the first try. She set that try. What a beautiful pass out wide. But Salty, you mentioned the 3rd tackle kick. I love an early kick, but you've got to rev up defensively. The Broncos didn't do that. They didn't rev up. They didn't get off their line. And McGregor goes out to the right-hand side of the field for a beautiful pass. And what a try by Bent. She showed great speed. Beautiful try. Great work.
Oh, that was terrific to watch.
I think it was also just that presence of Tonegado in the attacking line held the defenders, held Ajija Mosby's attention, and then that allowed that pass to go to Bent, who, as a second rower playing out wide, she might have been having a few little.
Well, I'm glad she took her on, because, you know, she made a lot of back rowers sometimes don't have the confidence or think they got the speed to take on a fullback who is fast, but she went to the right-hand side. She had the ball in her right hand so she could fend with her left. She did fend her off a little bit and had the speed to get there. Beautiful try. Great effort from Ben.
So this is to level things up. The Dragons scoring first in the second half. Are we going to be all level? What a kick, 12 all. I tell you what an afternoon we've got here and what a game. Combank Stadium looking magnificent from the air. And the footy at ground level has been electrifying.
See how much confidence that gives the Dragons. So they've scored 2 fantastic tries today. They should get a lot of confidence from that.
Give us space, Sarah. Karen, get up!
12 points all. Namorthe. Strong player.
I've got to be honest, Rube. Besides the 2 tries, obviously the Broncos scored 2 shots off kicks, they haven't threatened the Dragons' defensive line too much. They've been really well coached by Jamie Soward. They're well prepared for this game without a doubt.
They absolutely are, and I spoke to Jamie pre-game, and he said he wanted them to be physical, he wanted them to be up in the faces of the Broncos, and that's what they've done. This kick by Pearson, this is great. Look at the chase down that right edge.
They're trying to pin Hayley Maddock, and they do so. Pearson was following up her own kick there, which was great to see. Here's Amy Turner.
Talia Fuimaono again coming up with a solid tackle at the right time.
Well, there's been a bit of carnage in the second half so far. Let's go down to you, Emma Lawrence, for an update.
Salty mixed news on the HIA front. Keely Brown has passed her. She's about to come back into the action for the Dragons. But unfortunately for the Broncos, Tamika Upton failed. So they'll have to finish the match without their superstar fullback.
Well, that's good news for the Dragons. And as you said, horrible news for Brisbane. Here is Keely Brown coming onto the fields. And importantly, back out on the field for Brisbane is Millie Boyle. Here's a kick from Aiken. Straight down the throat of Tegan Berry, who tried to get on the outside of Brisbane's defenders. They're alert to it. Aziza Mosby, well, did well initially, then laid on Tegan Berry for too long, so it's a penalty here for the Dragons. They are right on the front foot here, Gel, the Dragons.
They certainly are, and with 20 minutes to go, good opportunity to get some good field position, and most importantly, if they can't score off the back of this set, just camp down here. What they did last set was fantastic. They kicked the ball into space, revved up in defence. What the Broncos didn't do when they kicked early. Dragons going really well here.
They let Namorthe go. And here's a chance. What a cross-field run from Chapman. Fires a pass to Fuimaono. Play on, says Belinda Sharp.
Yeah, I think that was just play on that one. That certainly could have gone against her.
Now Quincy Dodd, they'll have to watch out there. Throwing dummies. Finds Davis. Here's Fuimaono. Doesn't give it to Chapman.
I think Chapman was still tired from the previous run. She wasn't quite flat enough.
Tonegado.
That's an opportunity gone begging there for the Dragons. That should have been a try.
Now Holly Wheeler. Big numbers to the right for the Dragons. They're 15 metres away. Now it's with Davis. Pearson. Big chance still. Going for it is Tonegado on her own. Tackled a few metres away from the line. Couple of tackles left in the set. Namorthe goes towards the line and is going to be stopped just a couple of metres away from it. Can the Dragons take the lead here on the last big looping pass? The Broncos defenders are there and they will put a halt to that one, tackling Paige McGregor, who reached for it.
I'll tell you what, other than giving it to him off a kick, there's no better place to finish your set of 6. You just got to rev up defensively now. That's a good start there by the Broncos, though.
Oh, this is a good game of footy. Millie Boyle smashed. Not often you say that.
That is not often you see that. And Aliti Namorthe and Holly Wheeler again coming up with the right tackle.
Holly Wheeler once again, can't she tackle Holly Wheeler?
She is having a bell ring. Unfortunately, that is a penalty here.
Millie.
More Raji Budgie. There's a lot of feeling in this game, Jets.
Yeah, I saw a bit last night. Jess Surgis, I think, gave right on half time. I thought there was going to be a sting.
Yeah, well, I think this game is really living up to its billing.
You thought, or hoping?
Yep.
It would have been good to see, actually. Yeah, I know her boyfriend goes all right too, so yeah, it would have been good to see.
At 12 points all.
Waiting here.
This is good stuff.
Gal's just looking for a new undercard.
Okay, now Shaylee.
Brisbane. Now will they respond here? Basically been in control of every game they've played so far, almost through their history. But this is a big test. The Dragons are putting it to them.
Give space. Hold.
Now Brown. Aiken throwing dummies. Millie Boyle might have wanted that one back on the inside. She was in a bit of space. Now Brown goes out of dummy half. Now Millie Boyle gets it. And the Dragons defenders get to her, 10 metres away from the line. 2 tackles left in the set. Here goes Aiken, nice hands to Gija Mosby for the line. And they force it back. She'll be made to play it.
10 metres.
Yeah, I think Ben wasn't quite back on side there, but you got to give the Dragons defence credit. That was terrific work. That was short for numbers. Ben was absolutely buggered out on her feet, but she managed to just get back. She doesn't get back on side, but managed to get over there and save the try. Had she not been there, it would have been a try.
Here goes Millie Boyle. 5 metres away from the line. 15 minutes left. Nothing between these teams. Brown goes on her own. Lauren Brown for the line. Can she get there? She'll be made to play it. Just short. Good defence again from the Dragons. Brigginshaw. Now Aiken going for the line. Sautia is going to be stopped.
Great tackle, Paige McGregor.
Go 3.
Now it's with Aiken. Ellie Brigginshaw. Lauren Brown. 8 metres away, just off centre. The Dragons defence continuing to scramble well.
Wait. Go 4.
Now Ferguson goes to Maddock through the hands. Sasolka gets it away to Emily Bass. And Bass will score in the corner and Brisbane reclaim their lead.
What a great finish there by Emily Bass. There was some huge defence through the middle and on that far edge by the Broncos. Here we watch here on the Harvey Norman replay just how silky this ball work is getting that out to Bass. Everybody gets their hands on the ball, they take it on, they engage a defender, and then they shift it at exactly the right time. Some beautiful footwork, some beautiful hands, and a lovely finish by Emily Bass there. Dragons, don't be disappointed though, because they had some great defensive signs through there.
That is some good play on the Harvey Norman replay. We saw some terrific ball movement, as you said, but I've got to say, Jamie Chapman should have had a little bit more trust in Fuimaono. I thought Fuimaono could have got there. Chapman should have just stayed out on a winger, but good play there from the Broncos. Good try. That's why they are the champions. They stay in the fight and they play for the whole 70 minutes.
This will look good from corner post Cam.
It's a great shot, isn't it? Corner post Cam.
It is.
Jeez, it's good.
Wouldn't have seen too much of you there, Roo, on corner
On the
post
corner
Cam.
post, hell no.
We need a crossbar, Cam.
Yeah, we need, exactly.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, we're in the middle of the field. We're where the tough stuff happens.
You want to see the engine room?
We're the
This is
reason
where
they
we
score
are.
tries out in the corner. That's why, Roo.
Finally, I've got a middle in here
No,
with me.
I'm with you. Don't worry about that. Freddie, Joey, they can all have the pretty boys on the edge.
Attempt the conversion from out wide.
She's kicked it.
Kick. Lauren Brown. What a great kick. Brisbane out by a 6-point advantage, 18-12. Here's Emma Lawrence with one of the Titans NRLW stars, Brittany Brayley-Nardi.
Brittany, coming off your first win of the season, what's the key focus for today?
Yeah, you know, we went back to Gold Coast, trained hard all week. Knew Parramatta aren't going to be easy out there. So, you know, it was a lot of focus on what we could improve on, and I think we did that well this week.
You had a year off for work and family commitments. How much are you just loving being back out there on the field?
Yeah, absolutely love it. It's good to be out there with the wife, but it's also good to be out there with a great bunch of girls.
All right, thanks for your time. Enjoy.
No worries.
Thanks, Brittany, and thank you, Emma. That game coming up right after this.
Okay, Holly out now.
She was my player of the round last week, Brittany Brayley. Fantastic.
Yeah, she's been electrifying for the Titans.
Keely, up now. Give space. All the way. Go
A veteran of women's rugby league these days is Brittany Brayley-Nardi. Here goes the Broncos. Sautia. Through the hands it goes. Here's Aziza Mosby. Stays in the field to play. Amy Turner has been very good at giving Aziza Mosby some early ball this second half. Millie Boyle.
Elsie Albert. 2 for 1.
Up now. Billy.
Forces the error. Here's the Dragons now.
Space. Hold.
12 minutes remaining. Elsie Albert. And they get a
Billy.
penalty here, the Dragons. Here we go.
This is for a late shot on Holly Wheeler. She fed that ball beautifully to LCR, but I like seeing the middles do a little bit of ball play, because if you change that directional attack, you're not just trying to bash it straight up the middle. You can find a shoulder, bend the line, and force the defence to come up with some better decisions.
So Pearson, that's a better kick for touch. She shanked the last one.
That's a good
That's what she was looking
touch.
for before.
So they'll start this set 30 metres away. Paige McGregor will tap it, and it's Shaylee Bent, who scored one of the tries of the season for the Dragons. Now they go back towards the post, 10 metres away from the line. Good defence from the Broncos. Quincy Dodd to dummy half. They cut out Elsie Albert. Healy Davis. Fui Mayono on the bounce. Chapman. Fui Mayono. Now Davis. Thought about the pass. Went herself. Well read by the Broncos defence. Quincy Dodd goes for a scoot. Goes to Wheeler. Can she get there? Stopped. A metre away from the line. Here's the last. Dodd, Elsie Albert! He got there! Score! What a try! That was outstanding from Elsie Albert. And the Dragons are 2 points away from levelling things up again.
Well, we're going to watch this on the Harvey Norman replay. I always say there's nothing better than seeing a front rower score, but Quincy Dodd jumps out to the right, engages the attention of the Broncos, but doesn't actually pull them with her, and it's just the strength of Elsie Albert to push over and get that ball down. The player who started it with the 2-for-1 tackle around halfway finishes it with a 4-pointer. The Dragons are playing some ripping football. I love it.
Well, how important is that kick now from the sideline from Lauren Brown? Kicked it from the sideline, because I'm going to back her in here. That's a great try on the Harvey Norman replay. Look at that. Just too strong, too powerful. Gets down low, puts the head down. No self-preservation whatsoever, and crashes over for a front rower's try. We'd love to see that, Roo. We'd love to see it. Millie Boyle got one last week and the week before.
Yep.
Got another one today.
Elsie Albert, how good has she been in the NRLW? And I've been asked quite a few times from different people, is she related to Stanton or Wellington Albert, who played for the PNG Hunters, and no relation. So, but what a good player.
They played a similar style of football. Head down, engine running, charging. Ooh.
I don't think the Cornwalls know any other way, to be fair. They are tough as nails.
They are tough.
So here's another chance for the Dragons to level things up. Rachel Pearson converts. We're all locked up.
Won't put the clock back on. Yeah, I don't know. They're supposed to give it to you. Here it comes.
Well, it is all Eels and Titans after this game. NRLW and then the NRL.
Come on.
What an afternoon it is going to be.
Wait, Amber.
With the home side, the Eels, up against the Gold Coast in 2 games of footy. But what a great 9 minutes we're in for here at the end of this game. And this is a terrific kickoff return from Holly Wheeler.
Good run. What a run off the kickoff. That's lazy defence, I've got to say, from the Broncos. They should have pushed up both sides there.
Now Elsie Albert out wide. Great run.
The 2 middle forwards have just made 45 metres.
Now, Roo, when do we start thinking about field goal? Is it soon? Is it too early? What do you think?
I reckon in the next couple of minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, we start looking at the field goal. But first off, getting yourself into position. I think the Dragons have shown that they can move the ball and score points. They don't need to rely on the kick. I think if the Broncos get in position early, they'll take it.
Wheeler. Now Pearson. They've got numbers out wide here. Tonegado, look out. McGregor, Berry tries to get it back inside, but it all came unstuck in the end.
Yeah, I think she should have gone to ground then, just taken the tackle, stayed in the field of play. and built some pressure. Was only tackled 4. Had another one up their sleeve.
20, play the ball, gone into touch. Yep.
But again, positively moving that ball to the right, finding space. Good cover defence by the Broncos, though.
Here's Millie Boyle.
Stand up now, Quincy, on the mark, Millie.
18 all. 7.5 remaining. Amber Hall with the charge and an offload. Now Maddock gets towards the halfway line.
Well, Hall's just come back on, so she'll provide a huge amount of energy for the Bronx.
Now Lauren Brown. Here's Millie Boyle.
Holly, let go. All the way here. 3. Holly.
Ali Brigginshaw. Roxette Murdoch. 35 away. She's wrapped up.
Okay, stand up together. Marcus square. Hold.
Now Brown. Here's Aiken. Maddock, look out, fires a pass. Hajija Mosby back towards the centre of the ground. And is tackled 11 metres away.
6 to go,
and a set restart. Here's Murdoch going on a run. Tackled 5 metres away from the line.
They've got numbers out here. They've got numbers this side of the field.
And that was Amber Hall. In fact, here's Ali Brigginshaw. Trying to go on her own. The skipper, she'll regret that because she ran into Elsie Albert. Now Brown. Here's Aiken. Big chance for Brisbane. Offload. Aiken. Can she score? No, they drag her back.
Okay, now Emma.
3 tackles left. They're halfway through the set here, Brisbane. And going on her own, trying to get there, and is going to be stopped is Lauren Brown. Through the hands for Brisbane. No, not through the hands. A kick came from Ferguson. Chapman's got it, and she'll run it dead.
That was a good kick. We weren't expecting that kick, but she did really, really well. I think it might have even been off her left foot. But that was a good kick. Put it up in goal. Exactly what you want to do with 5.5 minutes to go. Build pressure. Go for a try. If they don't get a try, they'll be looking for a field goal soon.
Yeah, they will be, and they really needed to come up with that kick too because of the pressure that the Dragons were putting on them defensively. But just so we can see in this bottom left corner here, we're going to be watching the Titans and the Gold Coast, the Titans and the Eels going against each other after this game. It's going to be a ripper.
Yeah, cannot wait for it. Just over 5 minutes remaining here. Murdoch to play it. Now Brown goes to Aiken.
Reckon they're starting to look now, Gal.
Might be looking for more than that at the moment. Here's Brigginshaw.
Oh, great shot. Was that Fuimaono again?
It was.
Yes, it was.
Tackle of the year from Fuimaono. Now Boyle.
She's done well to hold that. Got to give her credit for holding that.
Now it's with Aiken. Maddock, quick hands away. That was a great ball from Amy Turner. Finds Hajija Mosby. And the Broncos go in and claim the lead inside the final 5 minutes.
What a great finish there by Hajija Mosby. And they needed to because the Dragons were turning up defensively, coming up with some bone-crunching defence. Here we see on the Harvey Norman replay, Talia Fuimaono. It's not the first one she's come up with this afternoon. And look, the attacker did well to hang on to the ball because there was a lot in that. But here we see Aiken again find Maddock out the back, and it was beautiful hands by Amy Turner. You mentioned this earlier, Saltsy. She has given Hajija Mosby some really good quality football this afternoon.
You're right, what a pass there from Turner. That's a brilliant pass, quick hands. Look at that, over the top, change of level, she had to pass out to Mosby for a try that will win the Broncos the game. This is why they are the champions. They play for the entire 70 minutes. They never panic. They build pressure. You saw a moment ago. I've been saying about the Dragons all day. Build pressure. Roll the ball in goal. Get a repeat set of 6. They haven't been able to do that. They've done well. The Dragons they've been right in the game. But the Broncos, they're the champions for a reason. I want to give a huge round of applause to Jada Ferguson. She was the girl who copped the big hit. She was the one who Fuimaono absolutely smashed. She done really, really well to hold the ball. On the back of it, they score points. Well done.
She was the one that put the kick in too to get the repeat set as well.
Yeah, well, she copped a big hit and that'll be on a highlights reel for sure. But you know what? The highlights reel don't always show everything. You've got to show what happened after it. And they scored to win the match. Next play.
It's a big kick for Loz Brown here.
From out wide, the kicking has been perfect this afternoon. Will it continue? No, it won't. Waved away, no goal. So 4 points to margin. Brisbane in front, just under 3 to go.
Brood, do we go short? Do you go short here, you think? 3 minutes to go? I think you got to go short.
I would go short and trust because
short.
defensively they've got the skill to be able to do it. As we see here, is that the Eels dressing room, watching them get ready for the game after this one. This is going to be a ripper contest, but the one that we've got in front of us now, this is an enthralling contest. I would go short, Gal, and I would trust that defensively we've got the athleticism to challenge and just make sure if that kick's pinpoint perfect, they'll be on.
I hope she goes short. She's got to go short.
Yeah, they do go short.
Here we go.
Davis is out after it. That's a great take.
It was just a little bit too long. It was 3 or 4 metres too long.
Stand up now.
Tony Hunt with the take.
Hold. Go 1. Keep coming. 20.
Good seeing inside the rooms. Seeing the Eels and the Titans both warm up before they do battle after this game. 2.5 minutes remaining. Boyle playing it. A bit of push and shove too after that as well. There's been some feeling right throughout this contest. Not over yet with 2 minutes left. Brisbane leading by 4. Dragons need to get the ball back. Here's Ali Brigginshaw. And they're 32 metres away on the last. Now Brown. Aiken puts it high. Berry takes it. A little bit of a juggle, but took it cleanly before the Broncos chasers got to her. So here we go for the Dragons now.
I think this will be their last set. This will be their last set of 6. So they've got to lay a field position and put a play on here, the Dragons.
They've got the speed to march downfield.
Well, the thing is, if they can get it to this left edge early, Jamie Chapman has the ability to skip out and get around a defensive line.
Up and square.
We're 12 short of halfway. 2 tackles left in the set.
There it is.
Inside pass.
Millie Boyle, great tackle. That's a tackle of the match by Millie Boyle. Still got numbers here, though.
Here's the last. Little kick over the top from Davis. Can she get a bounce? Maddox there for Brisbane and puts a little step on. And Brisbane with the ball with now just under a minute remaining. And here's Ali Brigginshaw. She won't be doing anything silly with it. Tackled there by Keely Brown. A little slow to get to her feet. The skipper. Here's Millie Boyle.
Rachel, off the arm. Wait.
What a game this has been. 30 seconds remaining. And Brisbane, well, they'll remain undefeated. But you get the feeling that they'll be playing the Dragons again at some stage later in the tournament, whether it be the semi-finals or the final.
Oh, I'll tell you what did she do that for?
Oh, no, she's called it a knock-on.
A knock-on Dragons.
Brigginshaw, she's been the best player on the field, so smart all day. With 20 seconds to go, she's throwing an inside ball.
Shorty.
No need to throw the ball, just take the tackle.
Challenge from the Dragons on the decision of knock-on.
Who would be a coach? What would the coach be doing right now? You'd be pulling your hair out, wouldn't you? Why? You're our best player. You've been outstanding all day. Why? Why?
She got drawn in because the gap opened right up. Quincy Dodd jumped a bit right in on her. This was a captain's challenge from the Dragons.
You're winning by 4
here,
points with 20 seconds to go.
I know,
Just take the tackle.
Kelvin Wright would be having conniptions.
Quincy Dodd
in the coach's
knocks
box.
the ball on towards her opponent's dead ball line and then hits Ali Brigginshaw, constituting a knock-on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Well, she got away with that one, Ali Brigginshaw. I'll tell you what, had she caught that ball and been able to run up the other end of the field, I think the coach would be jumping out of the box somewhere.
So this will be the last play of the game.
Hang on. Stop. It's a scrum, because it's last tackle from you guys, and then it's a knock-on from them, so it's a scrum. Where would you like it?
Oh, so they'll pack a scrum now.
Yeah?
So So they'll pack the scrum.
Heads in, let's go.
They'll be taking 0 chances with this scrum.
I think Ali will pack this ball
Pack me in at
and
lock,
take
and I
the
will
tackle.
take it over the sideline or take it out.
Heads in.
Ali Brigginshaw feed the scrum.
I dare say Brown will pick this up and take the tackle.
Yes.
Get right in, Lauren. Time
We'll
on.
be forcing a pass or a kick over the top.
There we go.
Here we go.
Going to run backwards. Better watch out. Just run into touch. Lauren Brown does so. And that ends a terrific contest to open things up for us this afternoon. First of 3 games here at Combank Stadium, and the Broncos pushed all the way by a gallant Dragons team. Full time, Brisbane 22 have defeated the Dragons 18.